Hi, good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is day two, and wow, I really want to share some exciting things with you today. And for me, it's really important that I talk to you about some of the aspects of what you can actually provide as well in the day two of the how to be a coach, for example. So I'm going to go through just a few items here that I want to discuss with you. So how is everyone doing? If you are watching the live, hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, for example. And what I want to do is I want to talk to you about how you can become a coach and looking at this type of business to ensure long-term success. So in day two, I will be diving into some of the strategies and techniques necessary for building a successful, sustainable coaching business, from creating a compelling online course, for example, to mastering marketing and sales and optimizing your operations and ensuring long-term growth for your coaching business and practice, for example. So I hope everyone's got their notepad and paper, because we're going to dive into this now. And I'm going to be sharing some hints and tips and things like that I've done as well along the way in my over 10 years now of being a coach. The time has gone by really fast. I will say that to you, a blink of an eye, and already it's been over a decade of me being a coach. I've been in healthcare for over 35 years, which is a long time as well, for example. But today I'm going to talk about course creations, how you can make it really simple, and we're going to go through some step-by-step guides for you to develop an online course that showcases your expertise and generates a passive income, because there's no reason why we can't do that, right? So we should be able to do that working from home. So first of all, what you need to do is to identify your course topic. Now, what is it that you want to sell? What is it that you feel that you can provide a service to individual entrepreneurs, for example, that want to learn, or even just the public, customers that want to buy your products or your services, for example. So provide value to a broader audience and generate passive income. Okay, so what you need to do is that you want to identify what your course topic's going to be. So what is it that you feel that is going to align with what you have to sell and that your audience needs, and address any difficulties that they might be facing right now that is going to help them to overcome that challenge that they've possibly got currently at the moment by you being their coach. As well as you can also provide the digital products, videos, training, workshops, workbooks, for example, to enable the person that wants to buy from you to have the backing to be able to do what they want to do. So outline your course content. This is important. So you'll need to break down your course modules. Usually it really depends what the price of the product is. So if you've got a simple product, for example, that you could sell for $27, for example, it may be 4 modules. You don't want to put a big massive thing into something which is $27, for example. Then you could have something which is up to 12 modules and you sell it for $197, for example, or even more, depending on what the subject is and what the value is for that particular product. So break down your course into modules or sections that logically progress from one topic to the next. And each one of those modules have a clear learning objective, and it delivers insight as well, which are actionable. So the next thing I want to talk to you is about creating engaging content. Creating a mix of content formats, including videos, lessons, written materials. You can put quizzes in there, make it fun and interactive. You can even do, for example, workbooks. You can create workbooks where you can also put the questions with answers so that they can really delve into the training that you can offer. And then you can do videos to go with that workbook as well. And then they download the PDF, for example. So like I said, create engaging content. So what is it that you want to teach someone? Is it a digital product? Do you want to do one-to-one coaching? Do you want to do group coaching? You can do multiple things in one, for example. So the next thing you need to think about is who is your hosting platform going to be? Is it going to be, for example, there's Kajabi, there's Teachables, for example. There's also, you could even go onto Skillshare. Skillshare is very good for when you're teaching a product, a starting product, for example, and you're doing it for, say, you could even have a starting product at $9.99, for example, on Skillshare. And from there, people watch that, they learn, they buy the product, for example, and then you can even upgrade to a different product, which is another level. So you could have a course on the beginning level, intermediate, for example, and advanced. So choose your platform. Then what you need to think about is to launch and promote your course. So create a launch plan. So this includes email marketing, social media campaigns. You can do webinars, free events here, like on Facebook, for example. Create a group, I would say, to definitely do that Facebook group. And then you can drive sales to that group or that platform, that webinar. Consider offering limited time discounts or free introductory module to encourage enrollments. So you can do free training as well. Then what you want to do is you want to gather feedback. You want to gather feedback after launching. Collect feedback from your students to improve your course content and delivery as well. So continuity to optimize your course based on this feedback, for example, is important so that you can increase the retention rates. Now, by following these basic steps, you can, have your course where it starts, and you start to make income from day one, for example. Marketing and selling your coaching services can also feel challenging, and believe me, I know I've been there. When I first started over 10 years ago, and I created my first project, which was my product, which was DVDs, and I had videos on YouTube, still do today, for example. So establish your authority. That's key as well in the field, but also provide scalable revenue streams as well. I do multiple things. I don't just do one thing, I do multiple things to really try and attract all clients at different stages in their business journey, for example. You got to know your audience. Write down who your audience is. Create draw a picture of a person, and then think about all the things that they need that's going to help with what you are offering, for example. So make sure that you address any specific needs and position yourself as the solution. Content marketing, you need to market your business and share valuable content. This can be done in the form of blogs, videos, podcasts, social media posts that showcase your expertise, and it also offers actionable advice, and this helps to build trust and authority whilst you're attracting your potential client as well. So think about leveraging as well. You can use case studies, you can use client testimonials, case studies, for example, to demonstrate the value that your coaching services can provide. Offer free value, give things away for free, such as webinars, workshops, discovery calls. Book a free 15-minute appointment, for example. This can help potential clients experience your coaching style and gain trust in your ability to help them achieve their goals. Whether you are a health coach, or whether you are a business coach, or whether you are a life coach, for example, or whether you are creating digital products, whether you are creating physical products, this is entirely up to you for what you feel confident in. But what I want to say is you want to make sure that you work smarter, not harder. Discover tools and techniques to streamline your operations and optimize repetitive tasks to scale your business. And to grow your coaching business effectively, it's crucial to work smarter and not harder. In order to grow, you got to do that, because otherwise you will end up being capped and bottlenecked in your business. So this session is really to introduce you as well to the tools and techniques to streamline your operations, automated tasks, and scale your business as well. So one of the things you need to think about is client management tools. You want to use this client management software, like there's lots of different ones. Coach, Accountable, to manage client communication, scheduling, billing, progress tracking in one place. And there's a thing called Honeybook as well that you can use for your coaching business. You want to automate your marketing efforts. Use tools like MailChimp, Aweber, ActiveCampaign, so that you can send emails to your potential clients. Keep them engaged. Do a newsletter, a weekly newsletter, or even a monthly newsletter about what is going on in your coaching business and what you're offering. Just drinking my water there. Another thing that you need to think about is content scheduling, social media management. You can use platforms like Buffer, Hootsuite, for example, to schedule your posts so that they go out to several platforms at once. They can go out to Instagram, they can go out to Facebook, LinkedIn, for example, TikTok, for example, and your Facebook group, as well as other platforms as well. You want to have an online booking system and scheduling. Use tools like Calendly, that's a good one. Acuity, for example, scheduling to automate your booking processes, which allows clients to schedule their sessions with you, and then they get sent an email to remind them of the appointment, as well as you have access to your calendar so that you can see what appointments you've got. Task orientation, automation, for example. Tools like Zapier is a good one. This helps you to automate and to reduce repetitive tasks such as data entry or social media posting, freeing up your higher value activities. Scalable systems really needs to be thinking about, you really need to be thinking about scalable services. So consider offering group coaching sessions, and developing scalable products such as online courses, memberships, really good membership programs to serve more clients without you using up all your energy, for example. So think about these different things that you can actually do that can really, if you want to earn income, say from 5 grand a month up to 100,000 a month, this is the place to be. I can show you how to do that. I have done on a regular basis dollars a month, for example. And you can do this from you starting off small, doing 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month. But when you amalgamate, when you put all of these different things together, it will produce residual income for you. Now, it's taken me 10 years to get to where I am today. I'm not saying that you're going to jump straight to that in the beginning, because you really have got to build up to, 5-10 grand a month. So I'm going to be realistic here. Okay, this does not come instantly. This takes years. And yes, some people do it in 2 to 3 years, for example. But what I'm saying to you is to start off with one product. Hi Janice, I'm so glad you're on here. It's nice to see you. So make sure that you start with one product that you love. Do the first thing that you love. And when I'll tell you about my journey. I started with one product. I did the DVDs. I did videos. For example, I recorded them on YouTube and then I put them as unlisted. And at the time I downloaded it because I had a CD burner as well. And I would put the recordings onto a DVD, CD for example, and then I would put them into the DVD box set that I had. I had 12 modules, and I started out, back then with 12 DVDs, and I was selling my program for £497, and people were buying it as well. I would go and do a live event, for example, and then I would sell my £497 product, and I would do that once a month, and that was bringing me in about 5k a month, for example, when I first started. And you can do that too, and this is why I'm saying this to you, to start off gradually and do something small. Like I did 24 hours worth of instructional videos, as well as I did a boot camp which was live as well. So for 5 days people came to the boot camp, plus they got the DVD box set, I call it, the 5-day boot camp that I did many years ago. And I would suggest that you do that to begin with, but you can do this online. You don't have to do what I did, where I was doing events all around the UK at the time. And you don't want to really exhaust yourself. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter, because also your client wants to be able to learn, and it's a lot easier for them to learn doing what you're showing them. But you can do an online training, and you can do it in a group of say 12 people, for example, and they've paid say $297, and I'm just saying a price out of my head here. It depends what it is that you've got to offer and what the gain is for the client. What is the value? What is the outcome for them once they implement what you've asked them to implement? What is the gain for them? So what would that price reflect, and what would you charge? So that is one thing I did. I started off doing that. From that, I did that for quite a few years, really. From that, I then was doing the other products. So the first product was how to start a nursing agency. The second product was how to do a care home, for example. with supported living. So I was doing 2 types of events, and they also got the videos as well, and it was taught in a group of people, not one-to-one. It was in a group, for example. So that was £997, for example, for that particular product, for how to start a care home. So you can see that I'm doing different tiers with the different products that I'm offering, and what the value is that the client can get once implemented and done everything as you've instructed to do from your training. So you can offer, say, 1 or 2 products to begin with. That's what I did. I got strong, I got masterful at that. I did that for probably about, I'd say about 5 years or more. I just did those 2 products. Those were like my core products. I also had my books as well, and they're on Amazon. So I would also sell my book. I did a book. I wrote my own books as well, and I sold them. They're on Amazon, like I said, and you can do the same. You could write a book, and then you could sell that and offer that as your beginning product to get them to buy the higher product. Yeah, so that you're building trust, for example. So I did the book, and I did the DVD set at the same time. So that was 3 products I was doing. And then from there, what I started to do is I started to do one-to-one coaching. So that was my higher ticket price, for example. The one-to-one coaching, I would charge £4,999. It would be for 12 weeks, for example. So that is my 4th product that I did, for example. Then I would do that every 3 months, for example. And then what I would do is the group coaching as well. So then I would have, say, 10 people that were entrepreneurs, and then we would do the group coaching, which was for 12 weeks. And then that was my 5th product that I was offering. Okay, so do you understand how I'm building up? As the years go on, I'm building up and growing and growing. So that's my 5th product. Then I had my 6th product, which was my higher ticket, which was set up a care agency, for example. That was my 6th product. Then I had my 7th product, where I was doing how to start a medical staffing agency for the United States, for example, as well as home care, how to register for CQC product. That was 8. Then the 9th product was my membership product, which I introduced 2 years ago. And that was $97 a month. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm building up. As I'm getting stronger, I'm adding new products on. And now my 10th product is how to become a coach. That is something that I want to pass on to coaches, because I don't want to keep this all to myself, because there's plenty to go around for everybody to learn about this as well. Now, I've done drop shipping. I've created my own products as well. I've created my own soaps. I've created my own bath bombs, luxury bath items. I've created my own lip balm, for example. I've created my own creams. I don't sell the creams because I use that for myself, for example. It is one of my things that I call, which is Mama DNA, okay, from my mum Daphne, and who's passed away. But I like to create luxury items So what I used to do is I used to sell them on Amazon, where I would put them into like a wicker basket, and then I would make my products, and then I'll show some pictures here as well, so that you can see the products that I used to sell that I made for myself. I even did some sewing as well. I used to make some cocktail sticks out of toothpicks. So you can start a business simple without spending lots of money. So that's 10 products without the bath bombs. Okay, I'm on about the Coach product that I then introduced during lockdown. I started that process for how to become a coach, and I'm now starting to push that more, because I really want to be able to help coaches to really get to a higher level, so they're able to build a lifestyle where they can work from home, for example. So that, like I said, that's the 10 key products that I do. And now there's also the 11th product, which I'm going to be introducing next month, which is mainly for the American market, for example, with all the different types of healthcare businesses that you can do in the States, for example. So that will be my 11th product that I'll be introducing in September. And I really want you to think about, what products do you want to provide? There's so much that we can do as coaches. And like I said, you can start off smallly. Like I've been coach for over 10 years now. I started in 2013, for example. Okay, so I was able to introduce one product a year. I didn't introduce everything all at once. I mastered it for about 5 years, 1 or 2 products. Okay, so I would suggest, if you're a course creator, then create your own course. You can do this. I can help you to do that as well. Okay, so I did combination of course creation, I did life coaching, I did business coaching, for example, and different training courses. I'm also a relocation coach, because I live in Cyprus, for example, and I help people to move to Cyprus as well. That is for someone that wants to either set up a business in Cyprus or just retire in Cyprus, for example. So I help with that as well. And I really wanted to share this with you today in day 2, to let you know that you can achieve this. If I can do it, then you certainly can do this. But what I would say to you is to do one thing first. What is it that really so much that you're passionate about that you can do first, that's going to really give you that encouragement to keep going and to sell? Now, what I'd love for you to do is to book a free 15-minute consultation with me, so I can talk to you about your course creation. Maybe you want to create a course, and you can do this within, say, 12 weeks. You can actually sell your course until it's ready, because that's going to give you motivation, right? That will give you motivation to get that course finished within that 12-week period, and then you start to sell it physically, for example. Now, like I said, I'm going to put the link here, and I would love for you to book a free 15-minute consultation with me, because I'd love to hear from you about what your goals are, what your dreams are for your course creation. Or maybe you want to be a life coach. Maybe you want to help people to find balance and to be, to have that freedom to do what they want to do, to change direction, whether they want to change business direction or whether they want to add something new to their life. Maybe there's an unbalance there that they want to have rectified, for example, and you can help them to find that, what they're missing. So, I am a life coach as well, but I've given you today because I wanted to tell you about my journey, my story, what I did. And like I said, if I can do it, you can certainly do it. If you're yoga, then, you can do a course creation. If you're, for example, Reiki, for example, you could do a course on that, for example. If you are a teacher of any kind, you can do a course on what you specialize in, for example. If you are a nurse, there's courses that you can do for health and wellness, for example. If you are a lawyer, then there's things that you can do. You can offer your course, for example, for certain types of difficulties that people are finding challenging and that they need to overcome that. If you are a business coach, then you can help people to start a business, for example. If you want to be niche in a particular type of business, then create a niche coach business as well. So I hope that this was helpful to you all, and I look forward to sharing more with you in this group. Hashtag replay if you're watching the replay. Hashtag live if you're watching the live. Hashtag appointment if you booked an appointment. And I'm going to be doing some regular trainings in here. I'm going to break it up about what I've done over the 10 years, and then I'm going to share some of this with you as well. So I hope that you've had a wonderful evening. It is Thursday evening here, for example. Have a blessed day, and I look forward to speaking with you all soon. Take care. Thank you for now. Bye.